Denzel Bentley, the question that's been on my mind all week, and probably anyone watching this, what did happen in that spar? I'm joking. I'm joking. You are clearly sick of talking about the spar, am I right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sick of it.
So you've been around Felix Cash now all week, right?
Yeah.
You've just done a lovely little BT Sport face-off thing with him. You've done IFL where you're both interviewed by Umar. What are your feelings, or what sort of vibe are you getting from Felix Cash this week?
I don't know, I don't know, but he's up to fight, so that's a good thing. He's still in the bubble, he hasn't left yet, so that means, the fight's still going on, so that's alright. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think he's up for it. I think he thinks he's going to come and terrorise me, but yeah, I think he thinks he's going to come and terrorise me, but yeah, we'll see on Saturday.
A lot of chat from him has been about how you're trying to influence the referee, maybe the judges or whoever, in that's why you keep saying he's a dirty fighter, because you're trying to get this
There ain't no refs in here. I ain't seen a ref in the bubble,
true.
So I ain't seen any ref in here, so unless they're at home watching IFL and all these things, I don't know. My intentions is not to influence any referee. I don't want no favours from no referee. It being in a home show doesn't mean that, I think I'm going to be favoured. I don't want to be favoured. I'm not asking to be favoured. But, of course, I want the same rules to apply for everybody. So, I was just letting him know that I know he's dirty and all that stuff's not going to work on me. So, because he likes to come in and do little slide dirty thing. But I'm just letting him know I'm aware of that.
So if you're aware of it, still how can that prepare you for the things that you're talking about that he's doing, that he's maybe perhaps hitting low, perhaps hitting with his head, perhaps behind the head?
No, perhaps he's doing it. You've seen his fights. His last fight, he got a point taken off for it.
But how can you prepare for that? If you're saying he does that, but I'm ready for it, how can you be ready for someone to do that to you?
I don't think I'm saying I'm ready. I'm just saying that I know he does that. I'm saying so that I'm aware that it's not going to faze me. It's not going to be like, oh, ref, it's not going to be that kind of fight, or I'm going to crumble because he's being dirty. No, I'm just letting him know I'm aware of that. So, it's not going to faze me.
You're taking hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. We were just talking about it. It's Mark Heffron, and then Mark Heffron, and then Felix Cash.
Mick Hall was a good fight as well.
Of course, let's not overlook Mick Hall. That was a tough fight. At that point, the toughest fight of your career was Mick Hall.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So these are hard fights. Why are you taking such a hard route to get to where you want to get to?
Because world level ain't any easier than this. It's harder than this. So if I take the easy route and have it all my way and have a world ranking and then go on for a world title, I'm only fooling myself. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what this game's really about. I ain't been in it all my life. I want to know what it's really all about. And apart from that, that's just how I am. I don't want things easy. I'm taking these fights and I'm coming up with good wins and good performances. But that's just, I need to be in the gym mentally thinking, listen, if I'm not performing, I'm going to lose. Or if I don't perform here, I'm done. It's mad. But obviously, apart from the fact that the board sanctioned this, it's a fight I spoke about and I would have taken anyway. So it's just one of those things. I want to go through the rankings properly, or through the steps properly. So British, Commonwealth, European, and then at world level, there ain't no surprises, because there has been conversation about some British fighters, when they reach British or European level, they're alright, but when they touch world level, they're way out of their depth. And I'm not trying to be one of those fighters. So I've got to test myself at this stage first before moving on and knowing whether I'm ready or not.
How important is the win here? Obviously, you'll add the Commonwealth title to your belt. This will be the second title you've ever won, amateur or pro. Is that right?
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
It feels like it's more than that, though. It feels like there's so much more on the line than just getting a Commonwealth rainbow-coloured belt to your belt.
Like I said, Felix Cash is a good name. It's a good name to get on my record. So, apart from the Commonwealth, I'll have an undefeated fight on my record, which that's coming to win, which has been hyped to be the next big thing and whatever. So it'll be a good win for me, and I think it'll push me on profile-wise and fighting-wise, ranking-wise, all of that. So it's very important. If I want to move on in the sport and be big, I'm not saying the loser can't continue to be who they aspire to be, but just at this point, I just feel like come through this and I'm ready to move on to bigger levels.
It's also life, isn't it? I mean, in terms of you're living at home with your mum, right, and your brother.
Yeah.
You've probably got aspirations, correct me if I'm wrong, to get your own place, to get a nice, lovely car, a lovely big house, and all of that. This feels like a stepping stone towards that.
Yeah, 100%. All those things are nice, but if I just focus on that, then it's like I'm doing it just because I want to have an easy life. But listen, you can't complain about easy life. If you have it easy, then you're nice. But I also do this because I love the sport. I do love the sport. I'm not just going to be like, oh, I'm in it for the money. I want to make money. Don't get twisted. I'm not going to tell you, don't worry about money. I want the money, but I do love the sport. I love competing. I love the feeling of winning. Achieving things. But at the same time, I do, want to change my life and change my family's life and everyone around me and stuff, and do things for other people and help them out and all these kind of things. But I got to focus on me first before I can even get there. If I'm just focusing on everyone, then at least focus on what I need to do to be able to help everyone else.
And speaking of helping everybody else, in the midst of this fight week, the biggest fight of your career, you've pledged 10% of your purse to the St Vincent Volcano charity. Tell us about that.
It's just, like I said, it's just, just how person I am. Like, it's a nice feeling knowing that I'm able to help, even though, I'm not in the position that I want to be in, but I'm in a better position than, everyone that's just gone through that tragedy. So that's the least I could do. Like, if I could do more, I would try to, you know what I mean? The least I could do is, donate 10% of my purse and, put the link out there in my bio and on my social media, so that everyone else that wants to help and don't know how to can also, move on to help, because there hasn't been much coverage on it. It's happened a few weeks ago now, and there hasn't really been much coverage on it. If it wasn't for people reposting things on Instagram or on Twitter, I wouldn't have known about it. So when obviously I heard about it, I was like, okay, cool. The least I could do is come at a time where, I'm fighting and I can just donate it to them and raise awareness, because everyone's focused on the fight. So if I post it or put it out there, what I'm doing now, where all eyes are on me and this fight, they might turn around and be like, oh, swear, that's happening. And if they can, donate what they can and help others.
Was there something that you saw? Was it a news report? Was it like a video? Was it what
No, I just saw someone repost a picture of like a volcano erupting on their Instagram story. So I clicked on it and I read it. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know a volcano still erupted. I might sound naive or dumb or whatever. I didn't know that stuff still happened. You feel me? Like you kind of live in your own bubble. Like it doesn't happen over here. Like obviously you see earthquakes, tornadoes, all these things that happen. But I don't think I recall hearing a volcano erupt whilst I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I haven't paid attention to it anyway. So when I saw that, I was like, oh wow. And I read it and I was like, oh, that's recently. And I was like, oh snap, man. Obviously I've got a lot of Caribbean friends and stuff, so it's just something I felt like doing.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing you're doing, and you should be commended. I know you're not just doing it to do it; you're doing it because it means something. So no, it's very good to see. Let's talk about the actual fight itself with Felix Cash. Are you expecting a hard fight? Are you expecting to come through the toughest fight of your life?
Yeah, he's not going to let that title go easily. I know that. I'm not expecting no easy fight here. Like I've said, I'm not in over my head. I'm not here thinking, oh, it's going to be light. Oh, he's just going to come. I think he's going to do everything he can to try and beat me, and I'm going to do everything I can to get that victory. So we're in for a hard fight, both of us.
How much confidence did you get from those wins over Mark Heffron heading into this? Because I remember you talking about how in the first fight you weren't sure about the rounds. You were trying to think about them. The second fight, you didn't even know what round it was when it was all over.
Yeah.
So where are you now in your head? You got that confidence?
Yeah, I've got that confidence. I've got that fitness. I'm ready. Like I've prepared well for this fight. I prepared well for the second Heffron fight. So it was like, I'm not saying I didn't prepare well before, but you can get your body in condition, but it's also important to get your mind in the right condition. So I think that's what I've learned to do. Get my mind in that right condition. So even in the gym when I'm feeling tired, just push. Like, you can give everything 100%. 100% might not be the best every day, but as long as you're giving 100%, then obviously you're doing something right. So that's all I got from that. So I'm confident in the rounds I can do, because like I said in the first fight, I was counting it down. Oh, I got 3 rounds left, or we're halfway through. Mm-hmm. The second fight I was like, you know what, I'm just going in there to do what I need to do and to forget the rounds. I've trained for it. Like, my body will hold up. Just don't think about it. So obviously that's the bit of experience that I needed and that I've gained. So that's with me now.
You said before how when it comes to fight night, you actually just kind of, you feel your way through, and you don't actually know what you're going to do until you get in the ring.
Yeah.
However, in the second Heffron fight, it did feel like you'd made a decision, and that decision was to stand your ground, to not let your back go on the ropes. So have you made any decisions heading into this fight, or are you just going to feel your way through it?
That's a good chat, you know. I didn't even realise that. I've sort of made a decision. I know what I want to do. But the difference is between the second Heffron fight and this fight is I'd already been in there with Heffron, so I knew what he was coming with, so it was easier to make that decision. Whereas Felix, apart from that spar, that was really nothing. I ain't really been with him in a fight.
Why do you keep talking about the spar, Denzel? Why do you keep bringing it up?
Got me there.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it was just, you know, I'm going in with him, 10-ounce gloves for the first time, and, you know, I sort of feel like I know what he possesses, but you don't really know until you're in there. So I've got on my mind what I want to do, but I still got to feel it out and know if that's the right thing to do. Yeah.
So is the plan to, with a new belt, head back to Ghana, do another sort of big tour, two belts this time, Commonwealth as well?
I'd love to, but I've just missed the holidays, isn't it? I've missed Easter, so everyone's back at work and school and stuff. So maybe summer, if restrictions are lifted and stuff, but definitely Christmas, because I like to spend Christmas with the family anyway. So began about Christmas, but hopefully by then I'd want a few more and there's more to celebrate. So there's no rush. It's just about staying here, staying on the grind, winning as much as I can, moving up the rankings, and just getting to where I feel like I want to be in this game.
Your star is rising. You can see BT Sport chose you as one of the new. You've seen the promos. Obviously, you've seen the promos. You were in the promos. With that does come some pressure. Willie Hutchinson was obviously in those promos as well.
Yeah.
He had the hardest fight of his life against Lennox Clark. He came unstuck. Maybe it was too much too soon. Are you feeling the pressure heading into this?
I don't feel no pressure. Like I said, what BT are doing with me, I appreciate it. Like it's crazy. Like, you know, the backing that BT and obviously you guys like Queensberry and Frank and stuff are putting into me. Like, I appreciate it. Like, it's good, but this is what I want. So it ain't no pressure. It's not being thrown on me without me feeling like I'm ready for it or not. Like, before it was this, I was feeling like, why are these guys pushing me like that? Why aren't I being posted as much as this guy or that guy? And not to take anything away from the other person, but it's just like, I think I'm as good as that. I think I'm good. Like, look what I've just done. Like, look where I've come from. Look who I am. I think, you know, all of this should go into me. Like, in a weird sort of way, just like let me share my story too. Let people see me grow, because I just felt like I was growing, you know, behind the scenes, and I was, you know. But of course now, the behind closed doors and the pandemic have allowed me to spread my wings a little bit. So, you know, everyone's noticed a bit more from me, and you know, BT have made a decision, and you guys obviously at Queensberry have made the decision to back me and, you know, push me forward, which I appreciate. I'm very thankful for.
Well, it feels like this is your time, Denzel. Tell us finally what's going to happen on Saturday night.
So I'm winning. I'm going home with them 2 belts, man. Like, I'm that confident. I'm chilled. I know we've been rah and all of that, but it wouldn't make a difference if I wasn't. Like, I don't need to. Like, you know me. You try to get things out of me all the time, and I tell you, it just depends what they do. I'm not going to sit there and let someone clown me. You know what I'm saying? Or take something away from me. Like, you know, him saying the injury stopped the fight. You can't take it away from me. It was a punch. You know what I mean? So then obviously I'm going to respond. Like, not really bad, but I'm just going to respond and let you know, nah, that's not how I see it. But other than that, I'm easy, I'm chilled, you know. Saturday comes, like I said, I flip the switch on Saturday, and then it's game time, we go to work.
Are you going to splash the cash? Is it going to be a knockout?
Oh, hit and run, I'm taking all that cash, man.
Denzel, lovely speaking to you, and best of luck.
Nice one, thank you.
Cheers, mate.